Welcome back. I have with me Antoine Bethea, who is a safety for the Indianapolis Colts, and lucky enough to get to the Super Bowl and win the Super Bowl. But let's go back and talk. You grew up in Newport News.
Right.
You played rec ball. Who did you play with?
I played on Fort Eustis Army base with the Fort Eustis Eagles. Started playing when I was at the age of 8, and I did that until my ninth grade year.
Did you enjoy that and get a lot from the coaches? Were they good fundamentalists for you?
Oh, most definitely. That's where I learned the game at. That's where you just go out there, you just have fun, and you just learn the fundamentals. And like I said, that was a time when you used to love to go out there. Sitting through school, you just couldn't wait to get out of school to go to practice. So Coach Venners was a big influence around that age for me. And like I said, I just had a great time just running around, just learning the game, and just enjoying it.
Did you play any other sports growing up, or was football your love?
Oh no, basketball always been my first love. I played when I was coming up. I played basketball, I played football, and I played a little bit of baseball. I stopped playing baseball, and from the age of 10, it's been basketball first, and then football second.
But now football's first.
Football's first.
All right, and then you go to Denby High School. You're going from playing with kids that are just learning the game. You're going up there, you're playing with people that know a little bit more about it.
Most definitely. My ninth grade year, starting off with the JV team. My head coach was Coach Juan Jackson, and I was still at that point. You're still learning a little bit more about the game as well. I wasn't really I wasn't big at all, but I just had the passion for the game, and on that level, again, I was just learning, just trying to find my way, find my itch, and Denby High School, it taught me a lot as well.
Right now, when you were at Denby, you played both basketball and football.
Yeah, I played basketball and football 9 through 12. Like I said, at that time, basketball was still my first love. Had an older brother, and I watched him. He went to Denby as well. And so, I just watched him play football and basketball as well. So, football I had passion for, but basketball was always my first love, and it was always something that I wanted to do.
Right. Did you find that you took some from skills from basketball to help you in football and vice versa?
Oh, most definitely. Coming into the basketball season, being a football player, you're already in shape. You're already in shape. The physicality of the football, you can bring that to the basketball court as well. So, just being a leader, you can be a leader on the gridiron and on the court. So, I try to transfer that from the football field to the basketball court. Right. Especially the position that I played my 11th and 12th grade year in football, I was the middle linebacker. So, I'm calling the calls, making the call in the huddle. And then in basketball, the point guard. So the point guard is the coach on the court. So, you can transfer both positions in both sports. And like I said, man, I just had a great time playing both sports.
Right, but you're not the only one that played middle linebacker or linebacker into high school and end up as a safety in the pros. And I'm thinking of Sean Gale from Bethel High School and end up as a great safety for Chicago Bears. Right. Started off with linebacker. You guys learn how to hit.
Yeah, if you playing linebacker, you gotta stick your nose in there, and safety in the league, you got to do the same thing. I made that transition from linebacker to safety when I went to Howard University. And, I had never played DB. I always played, mostly linebacker. And when I went to Howard, man, I had another great defensive back coach, Ron Bolton. He taught me all the fundamentals and techniques of becoming a good DB. And, I took that, I ran with it, and I was able to make my dream come true.
Well, yeah, but Howard is not the big school.
Not at all.
You don't get the big press that the Big Ten and the Big East and the ACC and all that does. But yet, you proved that you were good enough to catch the eyes of some scouts.
Yeah, most definitely. Like I said, my coach, Ron Bolton, he played in the NFL for 11 years. And, he told me, he said, regardless of what school you go to, if you do what you need to do on the field, the scouts will find you. And, I really believe in him, and I believed in myself and my ability. I just put my best foot forward each and every day during the season, during the off-season workouts. And, I was blessed to and further my career.
Okay, and you've pretty well stayed injury-free, have you?
Oh, most definitely, and that's a blessing for me. Just being playing this contact sport. It's a lot of careers that's ended over injuries, and like I said, I'm blessed to really so far go through my career with not too many injuries and or no serious injuries. So, I'll knock on wood when I get a chance. But, I'm blessed to be able to, play this game in the way I play the game and not have that many injuries.
All right, so when you get the call and get drafted, what was that like?
Oh man, it was one of the best moments in my life so far. That second day, the first day it was a lot of nerves going. Not getting that phone call, but that second day, 6th round, when I got the phone call from Coach Dungy, asked me if I wanted to be a coach. Man, it was just something that that I couldn't believe was happening. My mom and dad was there, my brother was there, my close friends was there. They was happy for me. And, it was something that I really enjoyed, be able to experience and enjoy my family and my friends.
All right, now tell me about the transition, because now you're going to where everybody is big, everybody is fast, and you're going to the big league.
You're right. Playing, like I said, playing the safety position, that's a position where when I was coming in the draft, a lot of people saying I was small. So, I just really had to hone in on my skills, on my techniques, and just use my speed to my advantage. Once again, I stepped into a great situation with a great coaching staff and a great defensive back coach. And, they gave me all opportunity in the world to come in and play. And I was fortunate enough to really, come in and start playing off the jump. I started my the first regular season game, and that was a blessing. And that was just dedication and hard work. And like you said, man, that's the league that everybody wants to get to. And it's the big lights. Sunday night football, Monday night football. As a little kid, you're sitting there watching with your father. And I was just happy to be there.
Tell me a little bit about the feeling when you walk out in that stadium and you hear that roar.
Oh man, and like I said, coming from Howard, our biggest crowd without homecoming, it might have been 12,000. We thought that was the biggest thing in the world, but like I said, I didn't go to a Big Ten or ACC school or where the crowd sometimes was 160,000. So when I stepped out there for the first time and it was 65,000, 70 people screaming, I was shell shocked at first. I didn't know what this was like. I was shell shocked, but once the pads got to flying, once the whistles got to blowing, it was just the same. It's the same game you've been playing since you was 8 years old, and I just took that in as best as I could, and just try to run with it.
Now, did you watch Robert Saunders at all, Sanders? Because he was, to me, was the ultimate hitter out there.
Oh, most definitely he was. And it was just a blessing for me just to learn from him and play alongside of him. When in my first year, it was really just him wrecking havoc and me just playing the background. So it gave me a time as a young player and as a young man just to sit back and learn from a great football player. And like you said, when he was on the field, running backs, receivers, quarterbacks, they were scared to come through the hole because he would, when he hit you, you knew he hit you. And unfortunate enough, he's not with the Colts anymore, but he's still a good friend of mine, and he's going to be. I think in the future he's going to be a future Hall of Famer.
Right. Now he about your size too, isn't
he? The thing is he's shorter than me, but he's a strong dude. If you've seen him now, it looks like he had two shoulders, two bowling balls on his shoulders. He's shorter than me, but he's a big dude. Works hard, hits the weights hard, and he's very dedicated to his job.
Tell me about what this camp means to you, bringing back to the area.
Oh man, it means a lot, man. It's one thing where one particular person can have a camp, but when you can have one camp and you have guys from the 80s come back, the guys from the 90s come back, and just let the kids touch you and see you. It's something different than where they can watch you on TV, but when they can see that this is real, these guys came from the same neighborhood that we come from, and it's a possibility that we can beat them in 10 to 12 years. So it's a great event, a great opportunity for all the guys to come back home and give some positive outlook to the kids in the community.
Well, I appreciate you taking time to stop back and see us.
I thanks for having me.
Well, good enough. Stay tuned for my next guest.